As you can tell, I'm back to slightly warmer latitudes, but I'm not quite back to Karl yet. I'm in Curacao because a friend of mine, Micha, has asked me to work a charter for him on his boat, going from Curacao to Los Aves, Los Roques and back. So I arrived yesterday from Seattle after my trip to Canada on Persistence. So back from all the way from the northwest down to the southeast. For those of you who don't know where Curacao is, it's just like in the southern Caribbean, north of, like close to Venezuela, like north of Venezuela, northwestish, I guess. Right now, well, the charter's starting on Sunday and today it's Friday. And just currently doing a little island tour with Manuela, who's one of our charter guests, but she arrived a little early, so Micha is doing some prepping of the boat and the two of us get to explore the island a little bit, so let's see what we can find. Hey there!
Hi!
Who are you?
I'm Manuela. As you told before, I arrived a little bit earlier.
Where are you from?
Switzerland.
Yay! Where's the private driver taking us today?
To West Point, the other side of the island.
How far is it to the other side of the island?
I guess more or less like an hour.
I think Manuela drives as I do hikes because she just told me that she's just driving what her feeling is telling her where is the right way to go. So let's see where we end up today. Might be one of those German-Swiss hike car things. That's how Manuela drives. The island Curacao is part of the Lesser Antilles in the Southern Caribbean, and since 2010, Curacao is a constituent country, meaning that they have their own regional jurisdiction and government, but they're still part of the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Curacao has a population of around 160,000 inhabitants, and the capital is called Willemstad. We were driving from the very southern end of the island up to the northwest, which is around maybe some 50 to 60 kilometers. Das sieht mir dann nach Strand aus. When we arrived at the beach in West Point, the Caribbean vibe was unmistakably present. You could watch the fishermen selling the daily catch, and the water was probably amongst the clearest that I've ever seen in my life. And as soon as we went into the water, we were surrounded by a bunch of turtles. It was really amazing. And the water was nice and warm, which was a really great change from the slightly chilly waters up in Canada. That turtle just ran into me, basically. I know you're not supposed to touch marine life, but this guy, she just totally ran into my head. They're just everywhere. West Point, we drove to another pretty slightly smaller beach a little further south in the search for some cold beverages. I think it's time to test some local beer. So we want to know, blue Curacao, is that produced in Curacao, and what is it made of? Schrumpelorangen? What would that be, like... So blue Curacao is made from Schrumpelorangen, which we don't know what that is in English. Probably shrunk oranges. It's like a kind of like a crumbled kind of orange. It's like looks as if it's dehydrated, I think. And then the blue comes from the reaction between copper and alcohol. Nowadays it's probably food color. And now we're just gonna find out if it's produced here or somewhere else.
It is the most famous one from the Netherlands brand Pols.
Ah yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there's a local producer, the company Leanies.
Local in Curacao?
In Curacao.
We made it back to the marina safely. We're a little late. I think Micha wanted to go kite surfing, but maybe we're a little late. It's the fault of the lady in the maps, Google Maps. Micha is a huge kitesurf addict, and he had already convinced Manuela that life starts at 20 knots and to buy some secondhand kitesurf equipment. For now, I prefer just watching them safely from the shore. But more about that next week.